When I first visited Lebanon in 2014, one of the stories that had impacted me the most was Wallace. Khawla and her family had escaped from Syria when she was 12 years old. She was deeply traumatized from the events she'd seen there, including when her school had been bombed and many of her friends had been killed in front of her. One day, she heard her mother in the refugee camp talking about how she was struggling to feed her family. Khawla, at just 12 years old, thought the best solution was for her to kill herself, thinking that if she did, it would be easier for her brothers and sisters to get enough food. She took rat poison and nearly died. When I met her, she'd just come out of hospital. She was still very weak and sick and still suffering from the psychological trauma. At the time, I decided not to document Khawla's story, but we did decide that we would help her family. So we rehoused them and we provided education for Khawla. It's been now 5 years, and last year I was able to return and see her again and help her to celebrate her 17th birthday. It's amazing to see how she has flourished. The 12-year-old girl that I met, who at the time could not speak, who was so deeply traumatized, is now full of life. And like any teenager, when I asked her how she wanted to celebrate her birthday, she said she wanted to go out for a pizza, where she sat and laughed, and I watched as how she interacted with the film crew I was with, the people at the restaurant. And I remember thinking how proud she should be of herself, what she has achieved in those years. People often ask me, what is the solution to situations like the refugee crisis in Lebanon? And for me, when you look at it on an individual basis, the answer is simple. We need to provide security and education for children like Khawla. We at Legacy of War Foundation want to continue the support for Khawla and other families, but we need your help to do that. We need to raise funds to provide education, to provide housing, and to pay for necessities that the families need. And we guarantee that 100% of all the monies raised will go to the support of families. Everybody at Legacy of War Foundation wants to thank you for your support. You have made it possible for us over the last 6 years to support all these families, and we want to thank you for helping us to continue to do our work.